Hey, this is Pete, and I wanted to talk today a little bit about our recovery point objective and recovery time objective, two ideas from backups. Essentially, if your data all disappeared right now and you've got a backup, you're basically going back in time, and that is your recovery point objective, the point that you want to be able to back up to. So, if you, let's say it's 9 o'clock in the morning and you did a backup last night at 9 o'clock at night, you'd be going back to 9 o'clock at night. If the recovery time objective is how long from this point in the disaster is it going to take us to have it back up and running, because you're going to have to do a restore, you're going to have to get the thing back online, so there's time involved in that. So essentially the recovery point objective is how far back you're going, and the recovery time objective is when can you be back online. Those are two very important questions when you have a data disaster. There are a number of ways to deal with this. The recovery point, there are a number of devices that will take a backup like every half hour, and they basically just take a snapshot of the data that's different, and then they put that where it can all be mashed together once there's a disaster. A lot of the BDRs do that, like StorageCraft and Veeam do that. The issue that you have there is that you end up with a lot of different slices, they call them, which are basically each hour. Each hour you've got a backup set. So when you do go to do a restore, the restores can sometimes be slow if you're running off from them, and any one of the files that gets corrupted, you're going to have to get something before where the bad file was. So you got to keep an eye on those kinds of backups. The recovery time objective it can be a long time. If you've got 10 terabytes of data and you're looking to restore that, and you get a terabyte an hour, you're talking 10 hours before. So you're going back to 9 o'clock last night, and if it's 9 o'clock in the morning now, you're going, it's going to be tonight before your restore is even finished. Again, that's something you can mitigate. The StorageCraft has a quick start restore, which essentially, as it backs up the slices, it will then go through a process every hour where it does a restore. So you can an online, basically an online VM. It does take some resources because you got to have the space on your BDR, backup and disaster recovery server. You've got to have space there. If you've got 5 servers, they got 2 terabytes apiece. That's a good deal of disk space, and it's a good deal of overhead if you end up having to run all of your servers in a disaster, a full disaster. It's a lot to be running off from one server. So give us a call. If you have any questions, we can help you out with this. We manage this stuff all day, every day for people. So thank you. We'll talk soon.